That would be me.
Look who we're hanging with.
Brian O'Halloran.
Jason David Frank.
Humberto Ramos.
Please do not change channel.
Hello, World Wide Web. Welcome back to the Hangin With Web Show. I'm GW Pomichter. Thank you so much for logging on and tuning in. We're going to bother you one more time. I need you to go hit subscribe. And right next to that, there's a little bell. If you click that, you can come back over and over. You're going to be notified every time we have a new artist, author, filmmaker, musician. We have creative minds of all kinds on the Hangin With Web Show. We want you to come back and see all of them. We're here at Space Coast Book Lovers in Cocoa Beach, Florida, and we're hanging with author Amanda Aksel. Mm-hmm. She did that on purpose. Yes. Amanda is the author of Lingerie on the Floor.
Yes.
Absorb that for a moment. The entire male half of the internet just broke. Yes.
Great. Fantastic.
Amanda, tell us about Lingerie on the Floor.
Yeah.
And I didn't realize how that was going to sound until the question was already out there.
That's great. Well, you know, I named it that because I just wanted to be very blatant, you know? So.
Well done.
Thank you.
Well played.
Thank you very much. And I broke the internet, so that's great. Successful. Successful.
That's right.
Yeah, so Lingerie on the Floor is a contemporary romance. And actually, before I started writing novels, I was writing screenplays. And the first screenplay I ever wrote was a very sweet romance. And so when I wanted to write this steamy series, I wanted to bring that story back. And so that's what I did, was I took those characters and I made the male...
She took her sweet romance characters and made them do things.
I made them a little naughtier.
A little naughtier.
A little naughtier.
Okay.
Yeah. So I turned my photograph male protagonist into a bad boy billionaire with a motorbike, because he's from England and they don't call it motorcycle, it's a motorbike.
No, it would be a motorbike, that's right.
Yes, and then my female protagonist, Kate, she was a fashion designer in the original story, and in this one she's
like
a lingerie designer.
Bad boy biker billionaire?
Yeah.
I hate
just
him.
like, you know, just...
I hate that guy. I haven't even read the book yet. I hate
really
that guy.
Handsome.
I hate him more now.
He's super
She's
handsome.
not making it better.
Yeah.
Oh my Lord.
Yeah.
We were walking through earlier looking at the books and everyone was tabling, and
Yeah, a lot of
I've
abs.
never felt more inadequate in my entire life. Just saying. There was a moment in my life, I was about 12, I thought I was handsome, then I walked through that room, done.
Yeah.
Those guys are like, what, really? There's like a gym somewhere where they all hang out or something too, there's gotta be.
Probably.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't go there.
Obviously, me
I'm
neither.
married, so I don't go there.
She's wise beyond her years. Okay, so you transitioned from screenwriter to novelist. Mm-hmm. What was that like?
Well, it was interesting because I really wanted to sell my screenplay, and another author told me that I would have better luck selling my screenplay if it was based on a novel.
If you novelized it first,
Right,
that's
exactly.
right. Yeah.
So as soon as I finished my college degree, I decided to start on the novel version of my screenplay.
Awesome.
And and so about 2 chapters in, I was like, oh my gosh, I'm a novelist. Like every film idea I had, I could write as a novel.
And that is, by the way, I want everyone out there, that is not easy to do.
Yeah.
Because when you write a screenplay, you describe things that you want the camera to see.
It's very basic.
Yes. When you novelize, you have to take those same directions that you gave the camera and give those directions to your imagination and see it for the camera.
Right, exactly.
Which is really, my first novel was based on a screenplay that I had written.
Oh, okay.
And so
you know how this
I
is.
I thought, man, this is going to be so easy. I already got the story on paper.
Oh, it's harder.
And then I was just like,
Yeah.
and I would read, interior scene in
Yeah.
the description and
Yeah.
go, well, that's not going to play.
Yeah,
So
no.
now all of a sudden I am the camera
Yep,
walking around,
I
going
know.
around the room. And so it's just very difficult,
Right.
translation.
Yeah.
But they were right, because by having the novel out there, I wrote the screenplay for my brother, who I don't like anymore. because I wrote the screenplay, and he didn't make it.
Oh,
He
no.
didn't, but then I wrote the novel.
Yeah.
And now he's going to make it.
Great.
So he's going to get famous because I wrote a novel. See that?
That's a great story.
He's good. He's
should write
that's like
that
a
as a
skill.
novel.
I think I should, and we're going to include her novel in the story.
Right.
Because we're both
Yes.
going to be famous novelists who have movies based on our books.
Right. Exactly right.
As far as they know, we're telling them the way it is.
Yes.
It's like we're oracles.
Oh, I'm definitely an oracle.
Oh, you got it.
Yes.
There we go.
For sure.
You have other books in another series.
Yeah,
That's what she
so-
has on the card up there.
Yeah.
I think that means she wants us to talk about those.
Okay, that sounds good. Well, actually, yes. So the one I was talking about, I wrote from screenplay to novel, is my first series, which is
Okay.
called the Marin test series. Sorry, the Marin.
It's the end of the day. She's trying. She did that on purpose. She watched me go.
It's the Marin test
The
series.
Marin Test series.
And the first
okay.
book is called The Man Test, and it's basically Sex in the City meets How to Lose a Guy in 10 Days. That is 100% what that book is.
That's how you shut a talk show host down. You give me the perfect description. There's no question from there. If you don't know what she's talking about by now, I don't know what you've been doing. You've been YouTubing, never mind. Moving on. we pick on them later. The second series is?
The second series is the one with lingerie on the floor, and it's called the Londonaire Brothers series.
The Londonaire
Yeah.
Brother series.
Yeah, so Londonaire is one word, which I made up, but it's billionaire. It's London
She's a
billionaire.
writer. She can
Londonaire.
do that.
You can just make words.
When they don't have a word that matches what you want to say,
Yeah.
just make
You
one
just
up.
make it up.
Yes, your English teachers will not agree with this philosophy, but every author that you've ever met will.
Yeah, definitely.
Because sometimes we need words
Right.
nobody has thought of yet.
Yeah, and I think Londonaire is a great word.
I actually love that word.
It's really pretty when you write it out.
What is a person from London if not a Londonaire? See,
Exactly.
now that we've given you the word,
Yeah.
you don't know the other answer.
Yeah,
I certainly I didn't know the answer already, so that doesn't count.
yeah. I spell it the way they say it. Londoner, Londonaire.
Londonaire? I like that.
I don't know.
That's very
I'm
cool.
not. I
Besides,
only
it's
have a
a
good
little-
British accent when I watch British television.
Yeah, like one episode of Sherlock, and I'm like all
There
kinds
you
of
go.
British.
Yeah.
After that, I'm like from
Yeah.
Kentucky or
It's-
someplace.
yeah,
It
it's
just
like some weird
disappears.
mix of something,
It
yeah.
vanishes really, really
Yeah,
quickly.
exactly. Me too.
Yeah, I had a friend that spent a long time in London
Mm-hmm.
and came back with like the flawless British accent, and I'm just like, I can't. Yeah, it's incredible.
Yeah.
That's a good question. I like that. So research. You got to research London. Have you been planning a trip?
Okay, I haven't been,
Okay.
but that's why I love Google.
That's right. That's right.
That is why I love Google.
We love Google and Sherlock and Doctor
Yes.
Who and BBC, and you guys tell us a lot about.
Yeah.
You know what? The UK is great at sharing UK culture with the world.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
They just broadcast it to everywhere.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
Well, you know,
So
it's the UK.
your tourist people must have a really hard time
Yeah.
because BBC is giving it away for free.
Yeah.
We don't have to buy a plane ticket. We just have to have a cable package.
Exactly.
Perfect.
Exactly.
Yeah. Okay, so the Londonaire, lingerie on the floor. Every
Mm-hmm.
time we say that, we get like 500 more clicks, so we're going to take it.
I'm glad I'm helping.
See? You are. You're like, it's a community. We're building a community. Now that we have those clicks, go buy a book.
Yes.
That's what we do.
Yes.
So how did you start your journey as a writer?
Well, remember how I told you I
Your
started
screenplay from there. So what?
So
you woke
before
up
that-
one morning and you had to have the uncomfortable conversation with your parents. I'm going to be a writer.
Well, actually, before that, I had the uncomfortable conversation with my parents and said, I'm going to be an actress. So all my life, I wanted to be an actress.
By the time she got to writer, her mom and dad were like, "Yes, we're making progress."
Yeah, so I wanted to be an actress, but I always wrote. I wrote a ton of short stories and songs and poems and all that stuff, but I didn't really think that I could do that as a job. I never really thought, oh, I could be a writer. I didn't really want to. It was just something I did.
Okay, so you
know?
went with actress.
But I really wanted to be an actress.
Nice.
And so I went to film school, to study acting, and it was great. But I just felt like I didn't have a thick enough skin to audition, And so that's really what happened. But I also took screenwriting courses while I was
Thin skin. She goes from actress to writer because nothing bad's going to happen.
Right.
This is a screenplay waiting to happen.
Yeah. But with writing, I have a very thick skin.
Okay.
I don't know why, and I realized that very, very, very soon. So when I was in.
Well, literary critics are a bit more highbrow. when they beat on you, they do it with all the proper commas.
Yes.
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 Acting critics, not so much. She sucked.
Right.
Read the internet.
Yes.
It's always. So you do. You kind of get a little bit, when they're going to beat on you.
Yeah.
I mean, you're an artist. That's kind of what happens.
Well, yeah, exactly.
2 rules about being an artist are, 1, people are going to say really bad things about you, and 2, you're going to eat badly.
Yeah.
Yeah. So lots of like Campbell's soup and
Ramen noodles.
Ramen noodles. Everybody goes for the ramen. I don't know. It's a thing. I think the ramen company pays artists for being artists because that's what we can afford to
And college
eat.
students.
College students too.
Yeah.
Oh no, I'm not doing that. I'll date myself. We had a thing when I was in college. There were these little mini meals called lunch buckets. They were only about yay big, but they were like stew and all your mom's favorite cooking, only like 1 spoonful.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and you could buy those, and you could have like your 1 spoonful of mom's cooking and then your ramens.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's
So
really cool.
It was really cool.
I'm sorry that I missed that.
Did you see what she did there? I walked right into it. Wow, I shaved for this to get rid of the gray and everything, and I just walked into it anyway. So we're going to put links for Amanda Aksel down below, so you can check out. We're going to do it one more time just because it's fun. Lingerie on the floor. You type that out in Google and see what happens. Check out lingerie on the floor. We hold ourselves not responsible for whatever you see. We're going to say thank you right now, though, to our partners and our friends who share these videos and these fantastic creative artists with the World Wide Web. Something Unique Magazine, who's been with us since the very beginning. Famous Faces and Funnies, our fantastic sponsor, Rick Shea over there, who shares these videos and helps us out in every way that he can. Krypton Radio, Off the Chain Radio with author Yvonne Mason. Yvonne, if you get to see this episode, we missed you this weekend at Space Coast Book Lovers. We hope you're doing really well, and we hope that your family is fantastic. Space Coast Comics with Jake and Dave. We are so happy for all the support that they show us. And Asylum Convention Entertainment Services, Heather Reed and Brian Wensloff, who help us get into places that we soon get thrown out of. In that order, usually. So we have been hanging with author Amanda Aksel, the author of Lingerie on the Floor and other titles that aren't as much fun to say, so we didn't say them. But you can check them out with the links down below. Remember, everybody, subscribe to the channel, come back over and over again, log on, tune in, and see who we're hanging with next.